This next section is on proportions. It's 6.2 in chapter 6, and it's on pages 284 to 288. From what I've seen in class already, you guys remember proportions pretty well, and it's really to find an equality of two ratios. In proportion, if cross products are equal, then the ratios are proportionate. So here we have 6/9 is equal to 8/12. And if we want to find out if they truly are proportionate, we do cross multiplication. 12 times 6 is 72, and 9 times 8 is 72. Since these are equal, these are proportionate. Now, sometimes we'll get a proportion with a variable in it. And so to solve it, we have to use this proportion and set up an equation. So again, we're going to cross multiply. 3h is equal to 18. And then we would solve this equation. This equation, of course, is a multiplication equation. So we would divide both sides by 3, and we find out that h is equal to 6. Now, when you're creating a proportion from what you've read, it's really important that you set things up and keep the labels in the same position. Now, this problem comes from page 286, number 7, and it says 4 ounces of orange juice contain 50 calories. 14 ounces contain C calories. So we set this up. 4 ounces contains 50 calories, and 14 ounces contains how many calories? And we use C for it. We cross multiply to create our equation. 4C is equal to 700. And then it was a multiplication equation, so we divided both sides by 4 and found out that there would be 175 calories in 14 ounces of juice. What's really important in a proportion is that you keep the labels in the same place. We could set this proportion up in a different way and still get the same thing. We could get 4 ounces 50 calories, 14 ounces, how many calories? And it still comes out the same way. What's really important is that the labels stay in the same place. So if we're going to do ounces here, calories here, that's fine. But they have to stay in the same place. Okay? And you'll see that it works out to be exactly the same. 4C is equal to 700, which was the same that we have. So it doesn't matter which direction you do them in as long as you keep the labels in the same position. Alright, so stop this video right now. Turn over to IN page 88 and do page 286, 1 through 8. Okay, we're back and we can check your work now. In number 1, it's the first section. It says solve each proportion. And so the first one was 2v is equal to 1/8. We created our equation by cross multiplying. And the answer was b is equal to 16. In the second one, it was z over 42 is equal to 25 over 70th. We cross multiply to get 70z is equal to 1050, and divided that by 70 and found out that z was equal to 15. In the third one, it was 4 over 11 is equal to x over 165. And we created our equation, which became 11x is equal to 660. So we divided both sides by 11 and got x is equal to 6. Then in the next section, they ask you to tell whether these two ratios are proportionate. And if you remember, we simply cross multiply And if they have the same, if they come out to an equality, they're fine. If not, they're not. So this one was 40 and 30, so it was not proportionate. This is 400, so it is proportional. And this was 70 and 2/10, so it's also proportional. I guess I should raise those up so you can see them. All right. Our last two problems, 7 and 8, says write a proportion for each situation and then solve it. And that first one was the one we used in our notes. And so we did 4 ounces, 50 calories, 14 ounces, how many calories? Ended up with the number of calories equaling 175. In the second one, it says a lion has 12 heartbeats in 16 seconds. And they want to know how many heartbeats it would have in 60 seconds. So then we would cross multiply. We got an equation of 16H is equal to 720. And when we divided to solve that, we found out that the lion had 45 beats, heartbeats in 60 seconds. All right. So if you're having any problems with this, we can discuss it tomorrow in class. But I think you'll be pretty successful with this. All right. See you then.